Brought to you by...
I often wonder what happens to the outdated forms of special effects. What becomes of the stop-motion armatures that bared the bones of the skeletal warriors in Jason and the Argonauts? Or the ones that once stood as the eighth wonder of the world, Kong? Do they wind up as keepsakes in the archives of collectors? Or are they left abandoned to the advancements in technology? A small part of me hopes that they go on to find new life in the ever-evolving world of special effects. Hello friends, and welcome back to ETF. Rebooted is a 2021 short film directed by Michael Shanks. The film is an animated comedy that follows the story of a stop-motion skeleton named Phil, who is trying to find his place in a world where 3D animation has become the norm. Phil struggles to compete for roles and faces rejection due to his outdated style. But he eventually discovers a way to stand out and prove his worth among this new technology. Phil was once a star in Hollywood's golden age of stop-motion animation, who was featured in numerous classic films. However, with the advancement of CGI and modern filmmaking techniques, he finds himself out of work and out of place in the contemporary entertainment industry. The film follows Phil as he navigates auditions, deals with rejection, and reminisces about his past glory days. This delightful and witty short film was directed by Michael Shanks, who cleverly explores the evolution of animation styles and the challenges faced by traditional stop-motion in a digital age dominated by 3D animation. Shanks was inspired by the rich history of stop-motion animation and the industry's shift towards CG. His goal was to create a film that paid homage to the traditional techniques while addressing the theme of obsolescence. The film was crafted to blend humor and emotional depth, focusing on the struggles of Phil as he navigates a modern film industry that no longer values his unique talent. Shanks aimed to create a narrative that was both entertaining and thought-provoking, drawing attention to challenges faced by those who are being left behind. Phil, the protagonist, was designed as a classic stop-motion skeleton, taking us all the way back to the days when the characters from Ray Harryhausen's films dominated the silver screen. This design choice not only evokes nostalgia, but also emphasizes the central theme of this story. The character needed to be expressive despite his skeletal form, requiring careful attention to detail in his animation. The sets throughout the film were designed to reflect the contrast between old Hollywood and the modern film industry. Locations included classic film studios and modern CG-dominated environments, highlighting the juxtaposition between these two eras. Attention to detail in set design helped create an immersive experience that transported viewers through the history of filmmaking. One of the most impressive aspects of this film is its seamless blend of live-action, stop-motion animation, and CG. Phil's character was brought to life using traditional stop-motion techniques. This involved painstakingly animating the skeleton frame by frame to ensure fluid and expressive movement. Live-action footage was carefully integrated with the stop-motion. This required meticulous planning and coordination to ensure that the interactions between the live-action characters and the animated ones appeared natural and believable. Think of the work that Robert Zemeckis pioneered on Roger Rabbit. While the film primarily focused on stop-motion, CG was used to enhance certain scenes and create effects that would be difficult to achieve with traditional techniques alone. This blend of old and new methods underscores the film's theme. Sound design and music were essential to bringing the world of Rebooted to life. The sound teams created an audio landscape that complemented the visual elements, while the score provided an emotional background that underscored Phil's journey. The film's humor is sharp and often satirical, poking fun at the trends and tropes of the animation industry. From Phil's hilarious attempts to mimic 3D animation to the absurd auditions he faces, Rebooted delivers laughs while also offering a thoughtful commentary on the pressures of staying relevant in a rapidly changing creative landscape. Throughout, Phil grapples with issues of identity and self-worth. As a traditional stop-motion character in a world dominated by 3D, Phil faces rejection and struggles to find his place. This mirrors real-life experiences of individuals who feel marginalized or undervalued due to not fitting social norms. The film highlights the importance of self-discovery and embracing one's uniqueness as essential elements of building a strong sense of identity and self-worth. Phil's journey is marked by resilience and determination. Despite numerous setbacks and rejections, he persists in pursuing his passion for animation and refuses to give up. His resilience reflects psychological concepts such as grit and perseverance, which are crucial for overcoming challenges and achieving goals. Phil's story serves as a motivational narrative, emphasizing the power of this resilience in the face of what seems like overwhelming adversity. This one also touches upon the psychological phenomenon of social comparison, where individuals evaluate themselves based on others' achievements or attributes. Phil constantly compares himself to the more popular 3D animated characters, and often seeks validation from external sources, such as casting directors. This quest for validation can be linked to self-esteem issues and the need for approval from others, highlighting the complexities of navigating societal expectations. As Phil navigates a rapidly changing animation industry, the film underscores the importance of adaptation and flexibility in coping with change. Psychological resilience often involves adapting to new circumstances and finding creative solutions to challenges. Phil's ability to adapt his traditional animation style and incorporate modern elements reflects the societal concept of flexibility as a key factor in achieving success and well-being. For Phil, acting and animation is not just a career, but a means of creative expression and emotional catharsis. This resonates with psychological theories that emphasize the therapeutic benefits of artistic endeavors and creative outlets for processing emotions and experiences. Phil's passion for what he does becomes a source of empowerment and self-expression, allowing him to transcend limitations and connect with others on a deeper level. Despite its short runtime, this one manages to develop its characters quite effectively. Phil is a lovable underdog whose determination and resilience make him a compelling protagonist. His journey from self-doubt to self-acceptance is heartwarming and relatable, making the audience root for him every step of the way. One of the things that came to mind while watching this film was Quentin Tarantino's most recent work, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. For me, both films centered on similar themes that I felt were not easy to ignore. Here we focus on the nostalgia for the classic visual effects of a bygone era, centering on this animated skeleton who struggles to find work in Hollywood increasingly dominated by CG and new technology. Tarantino's film is a love letter to the Hollywood of the late 60s, portraying the transition from the golden age to the new Hollywood era. It highlights the fading careers of its protagonists, Rick Dalton and his stunt double Cliff Booth, as they navigate the changing landscape of the entertainment industry. In Rebooted, Phil represents artists and techniques that have become outdated in the face of technology advancing. The film poignantly portrays his struggle to remain relevant in a world that has moved on. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Rick Dalton, a former TV star, faces a similar struggle as he tries to revive his career in a rapidly evolving Hollywood. His journey reflects the anxiety and desperation of characters whose styles and personas are no longer in demand. Both films pay homage to classic filmmaking techniques that have fallen by the wayside due to emerging new technologies and the ever-changing industry, while playing on our emotional resonance for films and performers of the past. At its core, Rebooted is about embracing individuality and celebrating diversity in creativity. It encourages viewers to appreciate different art forms and styles, highlighting the beauty of imperfection in a world often prioritizing perfection and uniformity. For me, this one stands out as a gem of a short film that entertains, inspires, and leaves a lasting impact. Michael Shank's direction, coupled with superb animation and a witty script, makes it a must-watch for animation enthusiasts, and anyone who appreciates storytelling with heart and humor. Well, friends, that's going to be all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please consider checking out this film for yourself. I have linked it down below in the description. I think that for fans of stop-motion animation, you'll find this to be not only heartwarming, but it'll also make you kind of yearn for the old way of doing things. Please consider giving this video a like, subscribe if you aren't already, and if you really want to help support this channel, we do still have a Patreon. Every little bit helps us grow. Until next time, stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching.